Hey loves. Still recovering, but thought I was gonna plow through and film some more videos for you. So I think I told you a little while back that I picked up some brushes from NARS, and I've been playing around with them for a little while before I can review them for you. So I picked up the Ita brush, which Jaclyn Hill is the biggest advocate of here on YouTube, but everyone seems to be talking about it, or not everyone, but you know what I mean. And then while I was there, I also picked up this Yachiyo brush, or Yachiyo, Y-A-C-H-I-Y-O. I feel like, again, I play Sesame Street with all the spelling that I do. So this one for blush, and this one for contouring. I picked them up a little while ago. I know that they were unavailable for a little while, and that was because NARS was sort of redoing their whole brush line. So they re-released them in April, I want to say. They sold out pretty quickly and then came back in stock, and so I picked these up when they were back in stock, and I've been playing with them for a couple weeks. I feel like I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I also feel like as a forewarning I should tell you what I think up front before I sort of launch into the whole thing. And my final say, so to speak, on these brushes is I think they're actually going to go back. So they're $62 each, and for the price point, I was disappointed, personally. I'll walk you through each brush and I'll tell you why I'm not loving it, but I'll give you sort of a full-on review on each. But if you don't sort of want to watch the whole video, are they worth the $62? I would say no. If you had to pick between the two, the Ita is probably better than the Yachiyo, but I'm not sold on either. So let's start with the Yachiyo first. This is a blush brush, so it comes sort of, they're both natural goat hair. So this one has slightly finer hair. It comes like this, and it's sort of woven, and that's sort of the bottom of it. It is nice and dense and fluffy. So I'll insert a clip of me using it. And I've used it with both liquids as well as powders. So in terms of liquids, like not foundation, but like a liquid cheek color, sort of like one of those YSL Kissin' Cheeks. And so I like how the tip is sort of is tapered. So you can start with a color that way, and then it sort of splays, like it goes out. I hope you can see that in the demo, so that it just sort of like blends it. And I find that both with the cream and then the powders, it blends them really, really nicely. So I can't complain about that. My complaints on this, though, are first and foremost that it sheds like nobody's business. So I used it the first time and it shed on my face, and so I spot cleaned it and it shed as I spot cleaned it, and then I kept using it. Every time after I used it, it still would shed, and then when I deep cleaned it, it shed like crazy. And to this day, like it won't, I'm about a couple weeks into using it, and it won't necessarily shed every single time I use it on my face, but it does 2 out of 3 times shed on my face, and then it sheds every single time I go to spot clean it. And for $62, like, that's an expensive brush. It should not be shedding that much. So I did buy it from a counter, so I'm not super positive whether or not they're gonna let me take it back, but I hope they do, because it's just, for the price point, really it should not be shedding that much. Also, I know that these brushes are made, like, they're sewed in and then glued, like this is the way they're supposed to be made, so they shouldn't be shedding. But I don't know what's going on. The other thing that I don't love is that these bristles are not very soft. Like, this is goat hair, right? So natural hair is supposed to be softer than synthetic, and I have synthetic hairs that are a lot softer than this. Like, yes, I do have sensitive skin, but I don't, like, it's not like it's scratching my skin, but it's scratchy. So I don't know. Yeah, and then my last sort of little complaint is, you see how it's made with these little, see that? So it's coming apart. Like, there's little fibers off of this thing that are like falling apart, like it's flimsy. Yeah, you see how like there's that little, like, it's just, I don't know, it's overall, it just doesn't seem very well made. And again, at that price point, it's good in theory, like the way it applies, the way it splays, it's good in theory, but in reality, I don't know, there's something left to be desired with this guy. And then the Ita brush comes like this. So I hope you can see that, but it says sort of NARS on the side, and it's got these little brushes, and then it's in there. You see how it's sewn in? Had a little bit less shedding with this guy than the other one, but it still does shed, and that's incredibly frustrating. My Marc Jacobs brushes, which sort of, I mean, the bronze brush is incredibly expensive, but even the other one, the Face 2 brush, is sort of on the same price level, and I haven't had a single hair shed from that. My Chanel Kabuki brush, which is around the $60 mark, again, did not shed at all. This shed a little bit, which again is disappointing. I'll show you again the demo of me using it. My biggest complaint with this one is it just doesn't pick up enough product. Like, I tried to contour with it, like you hopefully saw in that little demo, and it doesn't pick up very much product. I'm there like constantly picking up and putting more on, and it is, I don't know, it's supposed to be like the brush to really get in there and draw out those lines, and I didn't find that to be true with this one. So yeah, we'll see. I wish I didn't feel this way about these two brushes, but unfortunately that's sort of the way it is. I should show you the boxes actually. So this is the box for the Yachiyo. It comes in that sort of rubberized type of material that like the eyeshadows and stuff are in, and then all the new ones have the red on the bottom. And then the Ita is the same kind of box with the red on the bottom. The boxes are pretty, but we don't keep brushes because the boxes are pretty. So yeah, I don't know. I wish I wasn't disappointed in them. I wish I didn't want to take them back. But that's where we're at. So yeah, we'll see what happens at the counter. But I thought I should share sort of my 2 cents on them. Let me know if you guys have either of these brushes, if you love them, if you have any other brushes for contour or blush that you recommend. I'm still sort of on the hunt for my perfect contour blush brushes. So any of those recommendations, please let me know down below as well. And I think that's all I wanted to tell you. I told you they were $62 each. They're probably a little bit cheaper in the US. That's the Canadian price. I got mine from the NARS counter. I know I've seen the Yachiyo on the Sephora website. I haven't seen them in Sephora stores, but I've seen them on the Sephora website. For the Ita, I think you actually have to go to a counter to find it, and they might be online. I think, again, when I checked on nars.ca, they were sold out online, so I had to go to a counter. But yeah, my 2 cents. That's all I think I have to say about these guys. I'm going to give you 3 points of positivity and then leave you for the day. So my first point of positivity is most definitely getting to hang out with my aunt. She came over and we had lunch the other day together, and it's nice when it's just the two of us. Can sort of sit, recharge, talk about stuff. It's always great to have someone who sort of like gets you and understands you and loves you. I've been incredibly blessed. There's a lot of people in my life that are like that, but I've just really enjoyed sort of getting to connect with her, especially this week. It was a really great treat. My second point of positivity is my contacts came in. I think I told you a couple weeks back that I was thinking about getting some. So they came in while I was being sick on Friday, so I didn't get to go pick them up on Friday, and we have a long weekend, so I'll go and pick them up on Tuesday, and I get to like go get trained on them. So I'm gonna show up with zero makeup on my face this time, so I don't have like a mascara running marathon. That's a thing, right? So yeah, hopefully next week or the week after, I might not be up and running with my contacts next week, but hopefully near the end of next week into the week after, you'll have some contact videos, so that should be exciting. And then my third point of positivity is I think I told you about the whole fiasco on Friday was in part driven to some stuff that was causing me some anxiety. I'm really happy that I worked through that. I'm just grateful that that's sort of behind us now, and that it got resolved. It was one of those things that I just, it's a personal thing, so I'm not going to get into too much detail here, but it's sort of been weighing heavy on my mind for a reason, and I think it's part of the reason. Remember I told you when I fell, I think a lot of things came to a head. That was one of those things, and I was really worried that it wasn't going to be able to be resolved in a positive way. I was really upset, and as a result of getting sick and it getting really bad, I think I finally worked through some things, and I'm really grateful that we're in a better place. And the people who know what I'm talking about, who are watching this, mean the world to me, and you guys know who you are, and I've probably gotten really sappy on you in the past couple of days, so thank you, I love you, and I'm glad we're here now, moving forward. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna go. Oh, there was one more thing I was gonna tell you. I want to do a Q&A video. So there are a couple questions that always get asked, and I've started to compile them, and I will answer those ones in that Q&A video. But I also want your questions. So I'm probably going to film, this video should go up, fingers crossed, on Sunday, and I want to film my Q&A video next Sunday. So if you guys can leave me questions in the next week that you would want answered in a Q&A video, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate that, and that way that video is the most useful to you guys. I want to know what you want to know, so that I can make it a productive video for everyone around. Okay, that is all for me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support, and for making this journey more than I could ever imagine it would be. I want to send you tons of love and giant hugs and good health, and leave you, as always, by reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.